As entrepreneurs, we work a lot of hours, but it doesn't have to be that way. What if I were to tell you that you could take a 4-week vacation, but your business would still produce income? It would be a profit-generating machine even while you are laying on the beach sipping a drink out of a coconut. That's what we're going to talk about today with my guest, Sabrina Starling, Ph.D., who wrote the book, The 4-Week Vacation, The Entrepreneur's Ultimate Guide to Taking Your Life Back from Your Business. All right, let's do this. Welcome to Get the Balance Right, a podcast for creative rebels, freaks, misfits, and geeks tired of working for the man. If you want to monetize your talents through media creation and production, then this podcast is for you. Whether you're just starting out, have a side hustle, or want to take your business to the next level, this podcast will help you profit from your superpowers. I'm your host, Heather Zeitzwolf, longtime vegan, Gen Xer, cat mom, drag queen enthusiast, and collector of weird dolls and lunchboxes. By using my professional background in business, marketing, design, and finance, I will help you move from passion to profits. If you're ready to crush your fears, take action, and do things scrappy, then together, let's get the balance right. Dr. Sabrina Starling, welcome to Get the Balance Right podcast.
Thank you, Heather. I'm thrilled to be here.
I'm so excited to talk to you about your newest book, The 4-Week Vacation. I want to start off, though, by asking you about this title, The Business Psychologist. I know she had that trademarked also. What is a business psychologist? Can you explain that?
So I am a psychologist by training. I really get excited by working with people who are ready to move forward by leaps and bounds. And I've always been fascinated with the positive psychology and how we can be better as humans. I repurposed all of my training as a psychologist, and now I apply it to supporting entrepreneurs and business owners to really tapping their potential. So I know you work with a lot of creatives, and there's so much potential within all of us. And then how you turn that into a business, and not just a business, but a business that's profitable. I use what I know as a psychologist to support entrepreneurs and business owners in being better and living better lives.
Oftentimes, creatives, we start our business based on our passion. Then they end up doing all the things in their business and never have a free moment. What would be the first step towards building a business where they can take a 4-week vacation? Is it hiring someone? Is it developing and recording processes for the new hires? Or is it something else like mindset and the gremlins that you talk about in your book? The 4-Week Vacation, the entrepreneur's ultimate guide to taking your life back from your business.
The very first step is to make sure that you, the owner, are getting paid appropriately. So having a financial system in place in your business where you pay yourself first. Owner's pay is protected as the business grows because operating expenses are going to naturally creep up. If there's no guide for how much should I be paying myself as the owner, and then making sure that there is profit that is building up in the business, because psychologically, when we don't pay ourselves appropriately, we keep ourselves in survival mode and we can't be creative. We don't have the energy to build a team. We don't have the energy to do the work on the business because we're all worried about how do I pay my bills in this business. So the very first thing is creating a financial system in your business where you guarantee that there's profit and owner's pay. And that gives you the guardrails that you need to grow the business.
I know mindset comes into this a lot. What would be the next step?
So if we're talking about a business from the ground up, you got to get some clients. This piece where we start to systematize how we make sales, how do we market the business is foundational. And then as that starts to happen, they have revenue coming in. Maybe you're like at a 250,000 in revenue and you're stuck now because it's still very much reliant on you. The greatest opportunity that you have at the point where you have steady sales is to look at who are your top customers and clients, and what is it that they're buying from you, and what do they value most about what you do, and then intentionally build the business in that direction. That's where the real momentum is. But there is this piece from startup to steady sales that's kind of this middle ground territory where we're all over the place and we're trying all kinds of different things and we're looking at what's going to stick. Once we start to get some clues about what's sticking, that's where we have that opportunity to really start defining, this is who we are, this is what we do, this is what makes us special and unique. And that's also our greatest opportunity to start adding margin into what we're doing, because when people value what we do, we move away from price pressure.
Calendar blocking, what is your thoughts on that?
As long as it's blocked on the calendar, I have peace of mind. There's always the temptation to not follow the blocks on the calendar, but I'm the one who suffers for it later. If I blow through a block of time, I don't ask my assistant to do it. I have to figure out where it's going to fit next. And I feel the pain of it. I'm a big believer in time blocking, and it allows us to be very intentional with what we get done.
If an entrepreneur wants to do a 4-week vacation, but they're not sure their team can handle it, should they do a dress rehearsal, such as like
dress
for a week?
rehearsal. I love it.
Should they unplug for a week? What does the dress rehearsal look like?
I don't think any of us are in businesses where people die from our mistakes. I mean, accounting is bad if you make a mistake, but no one's going to die. We don't need to stay in the background in case anything goes wrong. We need to do small vacation tests. So whatever the length of time that you've been able to be away from your business fully unplugged is, you want to just increase it every single time and build up to a 4-week vacation. If you've only ever been able to be away for one day, then take 2 days off and let your team know, fully unplug. Look at what you're scrambling to cover before you go away, and look at what fell through the cracks while you were gone. And those are the systems or the team members that you need to hire. Your business will teach you exactly what's needed and what you need to delegate and have systems around by doing these vacation tests. And the cool thing is, when we do these vacation tests, is our team members get to step up, they get to shine, they get to show us how cool they are, and they feel really good about that. It's very empowering. And when we come back from a vacation test, we don't want to undo all of that goodness. We want to let them keep those responsibilities. So once you let it go, it's gone. You have to check it. There has to be measurements and ways that you know that things are getting done. But once it's delegated for you to go on vacation, don't take it back when you come back. And we also need to start looking at who are our essential team members and making sure they're taking vacation, because if they don't take vacation, we never identify the gaps in our systems.
It also seems like it would be good for morale too. If they see the boss is always on vacation, that they're going to be like, I need a vacation too.
Everybody deserves the opportunity to take a vacation, and your team members are going to be more effective and more productive because they've taken vacations. We clear our head. We see things in a whole different way after a vacation, even if it's just 2 or 3 days off.
We have to make sure that we're bringing enough profit so that we can actually provide vacation time for these folks. We're talking about employees of the business, right? We're not talking about contractors. We're talking about actual employees.
I want everybody involved in my business to be taking vacations. I would not want an independent contractor on my team who just works, 52 weeks out of the year. That person is not going to be bringing their best. When you're an independent contractor, you have a business. So you need to think about, how did things get done without you, and making sure that that function that's happening can still happen when you're not there.
I want to ask you about Gino Wickman. He wrote Traction, How to Be a Great Boss. He developed the entrepreneurial operating system, which is also called EOS. But he also wrote the foreword to your book. That's a big deal.
It's a freaking big deal.
How did you get him to write the foreword for your book?
A wonderful team member. She reached out to his assistant. We weren't asking for a foreword. He looked at the book and he said, this is so much in line with what I believe and what I know and how I have run my business and where I'm headed next, because his book, EOS Life, is all about that point in life where the business can run without you and you get to really be a full human being again. He called me and he said, I would like to write the foreword of the book. It was an incredible, for me, it was like, wow, I cannot believe I have Gino Wickman here on the phone saying that he wants to write the foreword. And that's how it happened. I wrote something that resonated, in what Gino said to me that really resonated with him is he's never seen anyone lay out all the research on why we need to take time off. Because when we talk to business owners and tell them you just need to go take time off, we get all this pushback, because when we're in that busy mode, we believe that we can't stop. And in the 4-week vacation, I really just laid out all the research that shows we are going to be better and more effective as human beings and business owners when we're taking breaks from our business. And Gino said that's what really grabbed his attention about the book.
Well, congratulations. That's a really cool honor to have him do the foreword. That's super, super cool. When I got a copy of your book and I saw that, I was like, on the cover, and I'm like, whoa, that's a big deal. Can you please tell us how people can work with you? Your business, Tap the Potential. Is that a coaching program, group coaching?
At Tap the Potential, we have our Better Business, Better Life program, and we walk you through building a sustainably profitable business that gives you more time for what matters most and more money in your bank account. The best way to get involved with us is to go over to tapthepotential.com and book a consultation, and we'd be happy to talk with you. I also want to share that I have the Profit by Design podcast, and I talk about these topics on the podcast.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sabrina Starling.
Thank you, Heather. It was a pleasure to be here with you.